At the turn of the millennium, war itself began to change. From the desks of Afghanistan to the glowing screens of secret control rooms, a new force quietly took flight. Unmanned aerial vehicles, or simply drones. They were small, light, and silent, yet they carried the power once reserved for fleets of aircraft and battalions of men. In the early 2000s, the MQ-1 Predator became the face of this revolution. Originally built for surveillance, the Predator's steady hum echoed across Afghan valleys, watching, tracking, and reporting every movement below. But soon that silent observer evolved. With the addition of Hellfire missiles, it became both scout and executioner, a single machine capable of identifying a target and eliminating it within seconds. While the world watched the war on terror unfold on television, operators half a world away fought their own digital war. Sitting in dimly lit control rooms, they guided drones through satellite links, controlling life and death decisions with the flick of a joystick. For the first time in history, a pilot could wage war without ever stepping onto the battlefield. War had become remote, precise, and deeply impersonal. As drone missions expanded into Pakistan, Yemen, and Somalia, so did controversy. Civilian casualties and mistaken targets turned the public eye toward the morality of unmanned warfare. Governments defended their use, calling drones the most precise tools ever built. Critics called them instruments of secrecy, a way to wage endless war without accountability. But yet the technology surged forward. By 2010, the MQ-9 Reaper replaced its predecessor, faster, stronger, and able to carry multiple Hellfires and smart bombs. It could fly for more than a day without landing, providing near constant surveillance. The skies were no longer empty. They buzzed with unseen watchers, recording every move below. Behind every flight sat teams of analysts, engineers, and pilots, their eyes glued to screens, their minds burdened by decisions that blurred the line between precision and guilt. Many suffered in silence, haunted not by what they saw, but by how easily they could end a life with a click. By the mid-2010s, the drone landscape changed again. Nations began developing their own fleets. China, Russia, Turkey, and Israel all entered the race. Technology leapt ahead. AI-powered targeting, automated flight paths, and drones capable of acting in coordinated swarms. These swarms moved like living organisms, communicating wirelessly, learning, adapting, and overwhelming traditional defenses. In Syria, Iraq, and Libya, drones reshaped battlefields. They provided real-time intelligence, scouted urban combat zones, and delivered deadly strikes with surgical precision. For soldiers on the ground, drones became both guardian angels and invisible predators. For civilians, they were symbols of fear, an ever-present hum in the sky that could mean life or death. Public debate grew louder. Protests filled city streets demanding transparency. International conferences argued over legality and ethics. Should automated machines be allowed to decide who lives and who dies? Should wars be fought by algorithms instead of soldiers? But then, in 2020, the world watched drones play a different role. As the U.S. withdrew from Afghanistan, these same aircrafts, once instruments of invasion, silently recorded history, hovering over the final convoys leaving Kabul. 2 decades after their first flight there, drones had seen both the beginning and the end of that long war. But the story didn't end. In 2022, the war in Ukraine marked another turning point. Suddenly, commercial drones, the kind anyone could buy online, became tools of survival and destruction. Modified with small grenades or cameras, they hunted tanks, guided artillery, and turned every soldier into a drone pilot. The balance of power shifted again. A $1,000 drone could destroy a $1 million target. Electronic warfare quickly evolved to counter them. Jammers, decoys, and anti-drone guns filled the skies with invisible battles of signal and interference. War was no longer about air superiority. It was about information, control, and the race to dominate digital frequencies. Artificial intelligence pushed even further. New drones learned from missions, adapted mid-flight, and could choose alternative routes or targets when communication was lost. In simulation rooms, AI commanders ran endless virtual wars, preparing for a future where humans might only observe while machines decide. Yet amid the chaos, drones found peacetime roles. The same eyes that once hunted enemies now search for survivors in disasters. They mapped flood zones, tracked wildfires, and delivered food and medicine to isolated regions. The technology of destruction had found a second life as a tool of rescue, recovery, and hope. Still, the race for dominance continued. Engineers designed stealth drones invisible to radar, with shapes inspired by nature and minds powered by algorithms. Nations invested billions to stay ahead in what some call the new space race of the sky. Meanwhile, hackers and rival powers waged silent wars over drone networks, seeking to steal or sabotage the intelligence flowing through them. Now, in the 2020s, drones have become inseparable from modern warfare and modern life. They fight wars, film documentaries, deliver packages, and protect borders. They represent both the brilliance and the danger of human innovation. Looking ahead, military theorists imagine skies filled with autonomous squadrons patrolling cities, enforcing order, and defending nations without a single pilot aboard. The question is no longer if drones will define future wars, it's how far we'll let them go. From the deserts of Afghanistan to the streets of Kiev, from intelligence tools to AI-driven machines, drones have rewritten every rule of combat. They've made war faster, cheaper, and more precise, but also more detached, more constant, and perhaps more dangerous than ever before. As we stand beneath increasingly crowded skies, one truth remains. The evolution of drone warfare has forever changed how power is projected, how battles are fought, and how the world watches itself from above. And this story, the story of machines that took flight in our name, is only just beginning.